Hey, RealTalkk Reviews, it's Ellie, and today I'm going to be talking about the book Digital Millionaire Secrets by Dan Henry. I know you guys can't see it because it's like flipped backward, but you get the idea. But I've been following Dan Henry's content on YouTube and Instagram for a little while now, probably like, I don't know, maybe a year or two. He hasn't been, doing a whole bunch of stuff on the internet for too long as far as making content. But it's really cool that he has been doing what he's doing. And I saw an interview he did recently with the Wolf of Wall Street, and I was just like, yo, that's pretty cool. But today I did want to talk about this book and how it has helped me so far. Okay, so you just go over like the basics. So it's first of all, it's a USA Today and Wall Street Journal bestseller, and I think that's very, very impressive. But I mean, at the same time, it's like, genius dude selling stuff online, so how could it not be a bestseller somewhere? Um, but how I built an 8-figure business selling my knowledge online. And on the back, you have here it says, "What is a digital millionaire?" Digital millionaires not only exist, they are created every day. Most have made their fortunes not by creating apps, games, or new social networks, things out of reach for the average person, but by creating and selling online educational programs on topics as common as baking, starting a business, losing weight, dating advice, even how to juggle. Dan Henry is one of those digital millionaires. He went from barely being able to pay his electric to an 8-figure earner by selling his advice online. This book is the blueprint on how to start, grow, scale an online education business, skipping the trial and error. In this book, you'll discover how you can duplicate his success and turn your knowledge into a profitable online business by joining the multi-million-dollar e-learning industry. And there's some quotes from Russell Brunson, Dana Derricks, and Myron Golden. So that's really, really cool. Dan Henry has sold over $10 million of his own digital products and has been instrumental in helping to create several internet millionaires. He has grown a massive following and has been featured in Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, Business Insider, and more. Today, Dan is the founder of GetClients.com, and while he is proud of his success, he is even more proud of having helped thousands of entrepreneurs turn their dreams into reality. So a really, really cool thing is like in the very, very beginning of the book, like it was just like this wasn't part of the instructions at all, but he was just saying how he would post on Craigslist to get gigs from people to teach them how to play guitar. And I was just like, that's where I'm gonna start, dude. Because the thing is, he also has a program. When you go to getclients.com, you can hire him and his team to help you with your online education business. So, a lot of you guys who have been part of my channel for a little while, you guys know about Bird Dog Real Estate, and so I recently started the mastermind group, 6-figure Bird Dog System for wholesalers. But for the sake of documentation, I'm going to be doing a lot of things for free. And so what I have started doing already, NJ, be quiet please. What I have started doing already is just trying, well, not trying. What I did was get the audience of Bird Dog Real Estate, that's your keyboard. Get the audience of Bird Dog Real Estate to like know that we have a mastermind group. And so the thing about that is I don't have all the numbers. It's just a Facebook group, so I will not know all the analytics specifically. And so, from what I see going on in the group, about 50% of people are bird dogs or more. And so, there's also wholesalers, buyers, investors, all that. So they make up the rest of the 50% or less. And so I can assume that about 10% at the very least are wholesalers. And so I was like, okay, what type of product can I make for wholesalers? And that's simply because I want everything for the bird dogs to be free for right now until we get the actual course made. And the course is only going to be like $50. And so that's going to be different. But I wanted to go ahead and start something for wholesalers so we can help the movement of bird dogs, because like it's still a kind of new concept for a lot of people to grasp. Like it's not new at all. It's just probably older than wholesaling, but stop putting your cereal in your pocket. Stop it. But the thing is, people still have like this stigma around it. People don't understand it, and people aren't even like trying to destigmatize it, besides like people who are already in the industry. And the thing is, it's like there's a lot going on with that, because there's legalities and stuff going on around wholesaling. Like it's becoming illegal in cities and states and stuff unless you have a license, so you have to become a realtor in order to wholesale, and that is a different level of doing things. But also with that, people, not everybody wants to wholesale, at least not in the very very beginning. So a lot of people like to start out as a bird dog and then become a wholesaler, or they might just like doing that. Like some people probably don't want the pressure of going to people's houses, or like signing contracts and then signing contracts, building a buyer's list. Some people probably just don't want to do that. They probably just know people who want to sell their house and send the referral over to somebody who can handle that whole process. You don't know, and you can't put it back. You don't know, and you can't judge people based on what you think a real estate investor should be. So with that whole thing, my goal with the mastermind group, like the whole purpose of it, is to gather wholesalers together into a mastermind group, share with them the guide that I wrote, and have those people, we learn, grow together, have them create their own 6-figure businesses, wholesale businesses, with a bird dog team, and then we share our experiences with everybody else. And that's the whole purpose. So then it's like one group, like this is the plan for the mastermind group. We get 100 people in, do what we're due in there. And then after a little while, some testimonials, all that stuff, we get 1,000 people into the mastermind group. And then after that, we can make it more mainstream. We can share more content for free and all that stuff. But the mastermind group is a paid thing. It's there's a fee for it. And so just like the bird dog experts in the very beginning, because I am creating content actively for the mastermind group, just the same way I was for the bird dog experts group. But getting back to Dan Henry though, so the reason it's like kind of funny that he said that he was posting on Craigslist to get gigs for guitar lessons. I was like, that's what I didn't do. What I did not do was an external form of marketing. I kept marketing directly to the Bird Dog Real Estate group on Facebook, and I was like, I haven't expanded my market. Like I didn't like do anything to get away from the people who are already understanding this concept. And it's not so much that like I don't want those people, it's just they already get it, and they probably don't even need the mastermind group to help them get to the next level. I had already said the mastermind group is for wholesalers who've closed a few deals already, and they just want to expand to a larger business to, create 6 figures and whatnot with a bird dog team. The people in the group already get that, and they're people who are already like asking for bird dogs. They're already like, hey, where are some bird dogs in this area? Where are some bird dogs in this market? I pay you this much to do this. I'll pay you this much at closing. I'll do this and that. And they already get it. So I was like, within the first few pages of this book, I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So the thing is, with the first 100 people in the mastermind group, I just, for the content and everything, I want to also film my experience doing this. I just want to do everything as cheap or as free as possible when getting this mastermind group together. And then of course, when I try to get 1,000 people, that's when I'm going to hire Dan and his team. I just, don't want to do that right now because I really don't know what I'm doing too much. I've heard of mastermind groups, I've heard of all this stuff, but the same way that I didn't know what I was doing too much when I started the Bird Dog Experts group, which is like this. It's, me selling my information to people. It's just free now. I didn't know what I was doing. And so I made the mastermind not too expensive, and I'm also doing free marketing to get people in there. I'm not, trying to do all these funnels and like all this crazy stuff that people pay for and then not get results. I'd much rather waste my time than waste my money, because the thing is, when I'm wasting my time, I'm also getting a lot of good content. And so while I was wasting my time in Bird Dog Real Estate group by creating all this content and stuff and marketing it to the people in Bird Dog Real Estate, I also didn't waste my time because I have all this content created. So all I have to do is take that content and push it to people elsewhere. So starting out on Craigslist, and I don't know what I'm going to do after that. But yeah, the thing is, I would have definitely just marketed to other Facebook groups for wholesalers, but they so stingy, dude. They don't want you. A lot of those wholesale real estate groups on Facebook, or maybe this is any business, I don't know, but this is what I've experienced the most in wholesale real estate groups. They don't want you to do anything in their groups, really. And one of the reasons, the main reasons that I created Bird Dog Real Estate is because the newbies in those groups would get so bullied. Like, I understand, somebody having a property under contract already and then asking dumb questions. That's different. But if someone doesn't even have a property under contract yet and they're asking dumb questions, like, why they gotta get bullied? Why you gotta be so mean to them? I just wanted to create an environment where people can ask very basic level questions without feeling bad about asking the questions. So anyway, I definitely wasn't going to be able to share my mastermind group that people have to pay for in there. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of those groups are for people who are trying to get their first deal. I'm not trying to do that. I don't want people who are trying to get their first deal in my mastermind group. You should not be in my mastermind group if you're trying to get your first deal. That's not what we're doing. What I do is I teach bird dogs how to be bird dogs and know how to kind of transition into wholesaling a little bit. I don't go over contracts. I don't go over a lot of things. I don't go over how to, I go over how to vet your buyers, but I don't really talk too much about building your buyers list besides networking and stuff like that. I talk about finding wholesalers to work with, and I talk about finding investors to work with, and I talk about different skills you can bring to the table to increase your profit and increase your experience. That's what I talk about with bird dogs. I skip over the becoming a wholesaler part. I leave that to the mentors like Jay Gaines, Asia Cartwright, Hamza Abraham, Max Maxwell, Q Quentin Flores, Alex Youngblood. I leave that to all of them. I don't need to. There's plenty of wholesale coaches out there. Plenty of them. Flip with Rick. There's plenty of them. I don't know. That's not me. I'm not trying to teach you how to wholesale. I'm trying to teach you how to have a bird dog team and make six figures in your business. The reason I say six figures is because the way that I teach probably couldn't get you to $1,000,000. I don't know. I have $1,000,000 mentor, and the stuff in his course is way more extreme than the stuff I'm talking about in my mastermind group. So, and people pay way more to him than they do for my mastermind group. And that I thought it was fair how much I was charging, considering, like I said, don't know what I'm doing. And two, the information is enough to get you to what you want to go, to where you want to go. So the investment of like, it's right now it's $1,500, and it'll boost up to when we do our second round of getting people in the mastermind group, it'll be $2,500. So $1,500 to get you the basics of the business structure part of it, being able to hire people properly, knowing exactly what to do. I think that's well worth six figures. I think that's fair. Investing $1,500 to make 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, all the way up to possibly $900,000 a year in your business. I think that's fair. Even the 2,500. So yeah, and the thing is, it's a mastermind group. It's not just me mentoring you. It's not just me selling you a course. Not just me selling you this book. It is me also putting you in a space with other like-minded individuals. And so, yeah. So I know that was a lot about the mastermind group, but that's why I was so compelled to get this book in the first place. So like I said, I'm going to be getting his services and everything. After I get the first round of people in, then when we get to the 1,000 people mark, that is when we're going to go further into actually putting out ads and paying for marketing and all that stuff. But the rest of the book, he just goes over pretty much a lot of mindset and a lot of stories, and a lot of things that relate to getting rid of the stigma of thinking that you have to be like some sort of super genius. So like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm still allowed to create a mastermind group. I'm still allowed to inform people. I have the thing is I right now I just have the guide written, which will be formed into a book later. And I could just sell the guide for like as an ebook for like $25 online. And that's what I could do. That's what he calls what's it called? Low end sales, low end profit margin sales, something like that, where you just like sell a book or you sell like a cheaper service or something that isn't high end. What he likes to talk about a lot is high ticket sales. And, you know, when I first had the idea for the mastermind group, I did think that $1,500 was high ticket. But then when you do more research and you look at what other people are charging for mastermind groups, you're like, oh, okay, $1,500, that's not a lot at all. So if somebody gonna join a mastermind group for $1,500, it's kind of a steal. And so, and I like that. I like that because it's like I'm not out here trying to just soak up dollars from people. I'm trying to start a movement, and you can't really like engage in a movement too much if you're charging people out the ass, and it's like way too expensive for them to be able to do what they want to do properly. Like it'd be different if I don't know. I don't really care. It's just it's side income for me, but it's also serving a higher purpose. And so yeah, that's the whole thing with that. I don't know if that's the type of mentality that Dan is going for with his clients, but that's me. That is me. But the cool thing is, he has a blueprint in here. It's called How I Made 100K in 30 Days. And so with the free thing that I'm doing with posting on Craigslist and stuff, I'm following that blueprint just without, too much of the stuff he was talking about. The thing is, with that blueprint, he was talking about posting in other Facebook groups and like engaging in conversation and stuff. I don't know how it is in other real estate. I mean, not real estate. Gosh, other business spaces, but like, I don't know. Wholesale real estate is ruthless, man. Because what I was doing just to create some buzz and just see where people's heads are at. I posted from my business page, not from BirdDog Real Estate page, from my actual business page, my wholesale real estate business page. Put some of the marketing that I do. So I had wrote a song, a jingle one time, and I posted that in a bunch of different groups, and I was like, hey, what do you guys think about having jingles for your REI business? Some people liked it, some people didn't like it. I just wanted to see what people thought. I also have a what's it called? A text video, like a slideshow type thing, where I'm like that's the ad. It's not my face. It's just words on the screen, and I'm doing a voiceover. I shared that too. I was like, how do you guys feel about this type of marketing in your business? Some people liked it, some didn't. It was funny. One dude was like, this looks cheap. You should use this website. And I was like, I know it's cheap. Like, I made it at home on my computer. Like, I didn't spend a bunch of money on it. That wasn't even the point. I said, what do you think about this advertisement strategy? He was like, I don't like it. And I was like, okay, thanks for the feedback. Like, you're going to call it cheap and then say you don't even like that form of market. Like, what's the like, some people are so dumb. That's what I mean. Like, they're just, some people are just, I don't know. I don't know if it's just wholesale real estate, if it's like all of them. I have no idea. I'm not in any other spaces for business. I've seen some groups that are other business spaces, but it's mostly African American groups. So it's like we all support each other. It's like support black business. Like, we all support each other. We don't do too much of that stuff in those groups, at least the one I'm part of. But them wholesale real estate groups, Jesus. So last part. This one was posted from the BirdDog Real Estate page, but it's only because that ad is not an ad. It was a screenshot of an ad that my business was doing on Instagram. So it was my business on an Instagram ad. I took a screenshot of it, and I took some pictures of myself holding some, what are they called? Some faux checks. So they were real checks, but I drew all over them, and I was like using them for marketing purposes. And I was saying, like on the check it says earnest money deposit, $100 earnest money deposit, and I was like, hey, do you guys put these type of creative things in your direct mail? Do you like using social media marketing, all that stuff? And then one of the bigger groups, they were like, they said I broke some rules, but none of the rules that they said I broke were actually broken. So they were just mad. I don't know why they didn't want me to post in the group what I said, but I was just like, how do you guys feel about this creative form of marketing? And they were like, the note that I got was, all forms of marketing work. You just need to find what works for you. And I'm like, I just want to know what other people think. Like, I'm not saying, hey, you guys, come to Bird Dog Real Estate, like my page, join my group. That's not, I didn't say anything like that. They just didn't want me to post in the group. Man, them folks funny, bro. They take that stuff so seriously. And I think that's why Bird Dog Real Estate was able to grow the way that it did. Because it's not that I don't take the group seriously. It's just I work out of the group so much that I don't take the petty things seriously. So if someone wants to advertise their group, someone wants to advertise their services, their mentorship, I let them do it. It's just, I just ask them to provide value first. And that's it. But me not even advertising my group, that's what I don't understand. I'm like, yo, y'all got issues. Y'all have problems. Anyway, that that was my little rant when it comes to that stuff. Like, this is, it's very informal. I'm in my pajamas. Like, I don't know what's going on with my hair. Like, I'm trying. My hair is short now, so I have no idea what to do with it. So I'm just trying out different stuff. And the thing about having short hair is if you're not getting it cut, you don't have the same hairstyle all the time, so you can't just like stick to a look. Like, your hair's growing, so you have to constantly adapt to what you're doing. And it's cool, it's fun, but I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. My hair isn't, like, it's not long enough to all be in a ponytail, and it's not short enough to not poof out like that. Like, I tried to brush it down, and it's just, I don't know. And in the back, like, I don't know. Who called me? Somebody text me? Yeah, somebody text me. Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, I highly suggest getting Digital Millionaire Secrets. It is helpful when it comes to like mindset. Of course, like a lot of the tips and stuff, he tells you different links to his website so you can get way more insight on it. But let me see. My favorite part of it is crafting your offer, choosing your niche. I'm very, very niche. Like I said, I'm not out here trying to teach people how to wholesale. There's plenty of people for that. I'm teaching people specifically how to create a 6-figure business with a Bird Dog team in their wholesale real estate business. That's what I'm in the business of. So my niche was already chosen. So it was really cool that, that instruction was already completed on my end. Thank you very much. And so, yeah. But this book is really, really good. And I read it in a weekend, and I probably would have read it in one day. But it was Thanksgiving weekend. So I was like eating. Yeah. So, yeah, talking to family. You know how Thanksgiving is. And so, yeah. That's probably going to be it for this book. Okay. That's probably going to be it for this video. I wanted to show you guys that my process that I'm doing for my wholesale real estate business. I probably will still do that, but I was gonna like show you guys more, but my Wi-Fi is out, so I won't be able to show too much. But yeah, that'll probably be in one of my next videos. But yeah, or that one might come out before this one, I don't know. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Real Talk Rainicorns. Peace and be blessed. I don't know what all that is. Hey NJ, how you doing?